Doncic and Zion Williamson in their first regular season matchup in Dallas. Also the first back-to-back games for Zion, who had 25 in a loss to Minnesota on Tuesday. He had 21 in this game, but Maxi Kleber did some nice things defensively against it.
Yeah, he really did, Matt. Used his size along with Porzingis, made things tough, but Luka once again reminded people how good he is.
Just so crafty, and he gets better as the game goes on in this one. Lonzo Ball to Zion. Here we go.
Yes, under control, Matt. No charge, get up, strong finish.
That's more like it. Bodies in his wake, as
That's
always.
right, good call.
Brandon Ingram for three. The All-Star knocks it down. Pelicans up 80-77. He missed the free throw. Lonzo Ball had an offensive night as well. 6 assists, 11 boards, and 25 points.
Yeah, man, I like the fact he knocked down 7 threes.
We're tied at 100. Here's Luka. That's too easy.
Stop the ball first, basketball one-on-one in transition.
Lonzo sort of disappeared from the picture there defensively.
He did.
Ingram.
Tough shots down the stretch, Matt, Ingram was.
And then more from Ingram. Leaning this time, somehow gets that to fall, and he hit for 27 and 5 boards. Pelicans up by 3.
Yeah, he thought he got fouled right there, but loved the concentration with the finish.
He does get the H in horse.
Yes, he
Doncic
does.
to Seth Curry in the corner.
Yeah,
he's been great. 21 for him, 6 of 9 from the great beyond. The Mavericks hit 22 threes as a team. Nicolo Melli, just before the end of regulation, watched the toes so close, but I see daylight. That counts as a 3, and the game is tied at 112. Dallas has time. Best offensive team in the league. What are they going to draw up? Well, they couldn't get it to Luka, so it's Porzingis ISO here. What do you think?
I thought he could have got a better shot, but I wasn't mad at it because he was having a pretty good night making tough shots tonight, so you kind of let him slide.
Well, he did have 34 on the night. Doncic, this was massive. 14th triple-double of the season for Luka, 30 points, 17 boards, 10 assists, and then it's Porzingis. There's 2 of those 34 to go with 12 boards and 5 blocks as well. Porzingis, since February 1st, is averaging 27 and just under 11 boards, 49% from the field. Pelicans have lost 4 of 5. It's a 4-game season sweep for the Mavericks, their first over New Orleans in 6 years. And Doncic passes Jason Kidd for the franchise record for career triple-doubles with his 22nd. Here he was afterward on the matchup and that huge 3 late.
Yeah, I mean, this year I wasn't great in those situations, but I'm always confident. My teammates helped me down the stretch. I think we did a great job, everybody, and I think we deserve this win.
The first time facing Zion Williamson in between Kleber and KP, you had double-figure blocks. How ready were you guys for that physicality?
Man, those two were playing something incredible difference. Zion is an amazing player. He's going to have a great future, and he was really tough. We had our matchups, really studied on Zion, obviously, but they did a great job.
Well, you have to remind yourself, this is still a work in progress in Dallas.
Yeah.
He just turned 21. Porzingis is coming off the injury. If you're looking down the road, how good can that core be?
If you're a Mavs fan, you're super excited because a few weeks ago we were saying, how are these 2 young men going to work? It's all about Luka, and it looked like Porzingis is out of place. Now Porzingis starting to get his legs back, putting the ball on the floor, getting to his sweet spots, a couple of fadeaways, 5 big block shots tonight. Maxey had 5, then you throw in 2 by Willie Cauley-Stein. So the bigs played tough tonight, keeping Zion and Favors and all those guys off the glass. So if you're a Mavericks fan, you got a bright, bright future.
And Luka is just ridiculous at the end of games.
Matt, ridiculous. High, big, small to make a difference. He gets where on the floor he wants to.
All right, now to the top of the standings. Last we saw the Bucks, they were losing in Miami on Monday. They were back at home against the Pacers Wednesday night. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Miles Turner trying to work out the jump ball protocol. Giannis, gotta love that if you're a Bucks fan when he's stroking the 3 and in the open court, well, forget it.
We get it. Too late.
17-4 start for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo with the block, and he'll get the layup as well. He had 19, which ties his career high, and he's going to be big in the playoffs for that team. They really trust him late.
Well, he's finally healthy as McDermott knocks down 1.
3 and 1. T.J. Warren coast to coast as the Pacers climb back into it, and it was just a 2-point Bucks lead at the half. Second half, T.J. Warren, 2 of his 18.
It's buckets.
Game tied at 60, and then it got away as things tend to do in Milwaukee, or against Milwaukee for that matter. Giannis over to Chris Middleton, who had 20. DiVincenzo to Wesley Matthews for 3.
Banks open.
Eric Bledsoe's been pretty quiet offensively lately, but Bledsoe goes for 16 in this one.
Well, Matt, I think this, what we call the others, are starting to find their confidence. So Giannis didn't have to do great things, but if Bledsoe can shoot like this in the playoffs, I think people will take him a little more serious and going deeper.
Bucks didn't even have a great shooting night from three-point range, and they still blew this open in the second half. They were just 13 of 46, but they're out running, and, you know, it's the standard formula for Giannis in what is looking like a second-straight MVP season. Big numbers, small minutes, sit it out late when they blow it open, and that's what happened here, 119-100.
The Indiana Pacers, hopefully MRI with Malcolm Brogdon doesn't come back crazy, because that's going to be tough for him.
Wire-to-wire win for the Bucks. So 62 games into the season, and the Bucks still have not lost consecutive games. 9-0 after losses. What does that say about this team?
Well, once again, Bud Ball travels, and now all the guys have bought into it. The question is now, as we saw from last year, is what is plan B? If the threes aren't going well, or should I say, if they slow down Giannis, do you have other offense? Do you have other sets you can run to get the Lopez going or get Eric Bledsoe going, Conte or DiVincenzo, who's playing better basketball now? Just get something else going, because last year, when the Raptors shut down Giannis, you went nowhere else. I think that's what Buck fans and other fans want to see what Bud has up his sleeve.
Well, I know it's not in fashion, but the Bucks are actually posting up significantly more than they were last year.
Yes,
and that,
great call, Matt.
That's an element that really could come into play in the half-court playoff game.
The other night in Miami, even though Miami won that game, there was 3 or 4 possessions where Brook Lopez took Bam right in the post and scored. Kevin McHale talked about it, so maybe Bud and his coaching staff take a play or two from that game and say, you know what, let's go inside and mix some things up and get some easy baskets.
They're doing it more often. They're shooting a better percentage from the post and getting more points per post possession. That's all a positive, especially come playoff time.
So it takes a lot of pressure when the threes aren't